What if your greatest strength was quietly becoming your deepest source of pain? Have you given your all, only to be met with a request for more? Do you lie awake at night feeling drained, not by your own life, but by the weight of everyone else's? There is a silent lesson that generous souls often learn only after they are exhausted. The virtue you hold dear can, without guardrails, lead to your own depletion. Saying yes when your spirit whispers no. Offering your last reserve to those who see it as an invitation, not a gift. And when you finally stop, you're the one who changed. You're the one who became cold. But what if the problem was never your heart, but your strategy? Today, a story about a man who discovered the hard way that light must be protected, or it will be consumed. If you have ever felt the quiet resentment of being used, if your generosity has ever left you feeling empty, let this tale be your guide. Music begins, soft and melancholic. In a tranquil town nestled between gentle hills, there lived a man named Elias. He was known as the town's unwavering pillar, a man whose name was synonymous with a favor. His nature was to provide, to assist, to mend. If a cart needed fixing, Elias was there with his tools. If a heart needed mending, Elias was there with his time. He found his worth in the grateful smiles and the declarations of, "What would we do without you?" But the smiles faded quickly, and the declarations soon turned into expectations. Inside, Elias carried a growing hollow. He felt a peculiar loneliness in a crowd of those he served. His evenings ended in weary silence, his own dreams gathering dust on a shelf he was too tired to reach. One afternoon, his neighbor, Clara, approached his gate. "Elias, the wheel on my wagon has splintered. The market is tomorrow, and you're so good with your hands." Elias's own back was stiff from repairing the town's clock tower the day prior. He saw the worry in her eyes and swallowed his own need for rest. "Of course," he said. He spent the day in the hot sun, his knuckles scraped, replacing the wooden wheel. When the work was done, Clara simply nodded. "It's as good as new. Oh, while you're here, the hinge on my cellar door has been loose for weeks. No refreshment offered. No thanks expressed. Just the next item on the list." That night, Elias felt a deep ache, one that bone and muscle alone could not explain. "Why," he whispered to the darkness, "does helping leave me feeling so diminished?" Not long after, a man from town, Leo, found him at the well. "Elias, my friend," Leo began, clapping him on the shoulder. "A small loan, just until the harvest. You've saved me before." Elias had. Twice. And not a coin had been returned. Yet, the word friend disarmed him. He reached into his purse and handed over the silver. Weeks drifted into months. The harvest came and went. When Elias gently mentioned the debt, Leo's expression turned cold. "Friendship is more than ledgers, Elias. I thought you understood that." The words felt like a betrayal, a transaction where his goodwill was the currency, and his dignity the cost. The town council soon gathered to plan a new bridge over the stream. As they debated the labor, all eyes settled on Elias. "Elias will lead the build," the mayor stated. It was not a question. It was an assumption carved from his past compliance. Elias sat in his chair, a silent monument to his own making. In that moment, he saw the truth. He had not built a legacy of respect. He had built a cage of expectation. Walking by the forest's edge that evening, Elias encountered a traveler resting beneath an ancient oak. The traveler had wise, observant eyes. "You carry a heavy burden," the traveler remarked, not unkindly. "It is the burden of the indispensable." Elias sighed, the sound heavy with unspoken fatigue. "Is it wrong to want to be of service?" "Service is a noble river," the traveler replied. "But even a river needs banks, or it becomes a flood that drowns its own bed. You give without discretion. Your endless yes has made your yes meaningless. When you are perpetually available, people stop valuing your presence. They only value your function." Elias felt a crack in the shell around his understanding. "What should I do?" "Be compassionate, but be discerning," the traveler said, his voice firm yet gentle. "Your energy is a sacred trust. Guard it for those who will nourish it in return, not for those who see it as an endless well to be drained. Generosity without discernment is not kindness. It is self-sacrifice. The words settled in Elias's heart like a long-forgotten truth. The next morning, Clara returned. Elias, about that cellar hinge. Elias took a breath that felt like his first. I cannot today, Clara. I need my time for my own tasks. Clara blinked, startled. But, you always help. I have, Elias agreed calmly. And I've received neither your help nor your thanks, only your next request. You will need to find another solution. He closed his gate softly. His hands trembled, but a new, steady warmth bloomed in his chest. When Leo next came seeking funds, Elias was ready. No, Leo, he said. Our friendship cannot be a path for one-way giving. I will not lend more. Leo's face darkened. You've changed. You're not the man you were. You are correct, Elias said, a peace in his voice. I am no longer a man who confuses being used with being useful. At the next council meeting, Elias stood. His voice did not waver. For years, I have given my hands and my hours to this town. I will continue to contribute, but not from obligation. Not alone. And not without mutual respect. The room was hushed. Some faces showed guilt. Others, indignation. Elias held his ground. He had learned that true strength is not in limitless giving, but in wise preservation. Music shifts to a hopeful, lighter melody. As seasons turned, a shift occurred. Those who had taken began to see him anew. Clara offered fresh bread from her oven. Leo gave a respectful nod from across the square. Requests for his skill still came, but now they carried offers of trade, of shared labor, of genuine gratitude. One afternoon, a young woman named Anya approached. Master Elias, she said, I am building a workshop. I would be honored to learn from your skill, and I can offer my own hands in your garden in return. In her eyes, Elias saw not entitlement, but esteem. A partnership. I would like that, he replied, and his smile was unburdened. Months later, the traveler passed through again. He found Elias in his garden, content and at ease. The river has found its banks, I see, the traveler smiled. It has, Elias said. I learned that light must be directed, or it shines on everything and illuminates nothing. I choose where my light falls now. If this story found an echo within you, then hear this now. Your compassion is a treasure, not a public resource to be mined. Setting a boundary is not building a wall. It is drawing a sacred line around your soul. Do not apologize for protecting your peace. Do not let guilt be the chains that bind you to your own exhaustion. One genuine, reciprocal relationship is worth infinitely more than a dozen that only drain you. Your yes gains its power from the presence of a respectful no. If this message resonated with you, please like this video. It helps us immeasurably. And for more stories that bring calm and clarity to life's complexities, subscribe to the Calm Tales. Remember, to be good to others, you must first be wise with yourself.